How's it going, guys? In this video today I'll be doing a review on the Dye R2. Now I've only used this thing like maybe a handful of times, but I gotta say it's they actually did a really good job on the R2. When I first saw it, I just thought, like, if it's gonna be feeding the same rate, well then what's the point of getting the R2? But really, they actually improved quite a bit on this thing. Like, I'm actually quite impressed with it. I will be doing a separate video, maybe in a week or so, on just me loading and loading pods and paint into it, right to the point where it jams. But I have not had it jam on me yet, and I've put, so far, a case through it. So let's get started. So first thing I'm actually going to notice is that the lid is actually huge. I run the Dye lock lids, and they just fit right in there. I don't have any on me at the moment, but they literally fit right into the mouth. Taking it off is actually fairly simple. You just push down on this little tab here, and then it just comes right off. Putting it in is a little bit more difficult, especially when this one's not fully broken in yet. But to actually lift it, pull off the lid, or lift that open, it's actually still a little bit more difficult for me right now, just because it's, still not broken in. As for my R1, literally you can just flick it with one finger, it'll pop off. So it being stiff is actually really nice. I'm not sure if they come out with speed feeds for it yet, but I'm not much of a fan for speed feeds. I don't know, I always find that every single speed feed I've tried, and I've tried quite a few, the speed feed just does not hold the paint. Like, it just keeps on coming out, like almost pouring out. So that's why I always use a lid. It takes maybe like a second or two just to pop open the lid. This one takes a little bit longer, but the way I play it, it's not much of an issue. So it does have two buttons on the back. One is the actual on button, and then one is the reset button. Now the reset button is for the ball indicator, the low ball indicator. Right when you actually go through it, blink twice, blink 3 times. Right after that, you have to press the button again just for the low ball indicator to actually go through. But that's about after you actually load the pod. I turned off the beeping just because it was annoying the crap out of me, and when I was playing more CQB and I was being more tactical. But that would have gave my position away right off the bat, so I decided to turn it off. So even when the light is actually off, and I'll show you guys on how to turn it off, right when you actually turn off the reset button, it still glows. Yeah, so it actually still tell you when you need to reload, or when the indicator is actually, or the ball, when the loader is actually starting to get low. But right when you refill it, you have to press it again just to reset that, so it can blink again, or beep again, depending on how you have it set. So there's, on the back here, you have the two-way. One way is to take off the lid, the other one is actually to extend the lid. So to extend it, if I'm actually looking at it, you have to push it left, and then to take it off, it's to push it right. So to extend it, it's still a little bit stiff for me. If you're going to be buying it new, it's going to be stiff for you too. But it still is a little bit stiff. So I had that off camera because I had to push it against my body. Or away from my body. I don't know, I got more leverage just by having it close to my body. But one negative thing about it so far is that you actually have to kind of shimmy it from both ends. So you have to take a pressure off this end, take a pressure off this end, and then go back and forth. So that's so far just one negative thing I've seen so far. So to push it back in, you have to slide it, and then same thing, side to side, down. Now to take it off, same thing, you just push it onto the other side. So comes right off. So unlike the other rotors, you don't have this shell part there. I absolutely hated that, especially with the screws here, because some of them got stripped on mine. But it's actually a lot better. It's more just the 2-piece instead of 3-piece. When I mean 2-piece, I mean it's just the shell and the lid. As for the other one, it was the shell, the whatever this was, and then the lid. So move that to the side. Now, when I first got this, I never actually looked up any reviews on it. I just wanted it because it was matching my M2, but to actually take it apart, it was a little bit tricky at first, because, you know, it comes with a manual and it kind of tells you on how to do it, but, you know, I'm stupid, so it doesn't really, I don't know, the way they worded it just was not right for me. So hopefully you guys can see that. Right when you push down the spring ramp, you see this red lock. Gotta lift that up, and then these two thumb, or they're springed as well, but they're also kind of locked. So you actually have to press that down, and then kind of, you know, have your thumb here and lift it all together just to separate it, and it's still a pain in the ass. Let's see if I can get this out. Now that is just another reason why, or another thing that they kind of need to work on, or I even need to work on, is actually taking it apart. That should be on the unlock position, so why is it being a pain? Oh, okay, that's why. Stupid me. Okay, I'm still kind of learning on all this. So these little red tabs, you should actually have them in the back position. In the forward position, which is like that, hopefully you guys can see it, that is the lock position. Right when you have them back, that's the unlock position. So you're just kind of pushing it towards the ramp. So hopefully, again, we'll try to do this. Or not. Holy jeez, Dye. What are you guys doing to me? And they have almost nothing for you to actually grab onto it and separate it. Otherwise, this would have been easy. There we go. You gotta be kind of careful on that, otherwise it would actually spread right apart and make a huge mess, like I just did. So these parts here, they're the exact same, just maybe a little bit different color. You can actually switch it out if you already have a rotor. You can make this red if you really want to. I prefer if mine was green because it would all be matching, but you know, I don't even see it on the inside anyway. So, okay, so to take out the battery harness, you have to push it back and then twist those around. And you guys can get that right out, and now it's just the shell. Now here, there's like a 1-2 on-off switch here. So I have my 1 up and then my 2 down, and the 1 is like the light, so you can actually do like a block. You can actually do like a black ops mode where the light does not turn on. And then there's the 2, which is the sound indicator, and I have that off at the moment. So in the on position, which is up, that will be on, and then the down will be off. So it still takes it still takes 3 AA's. I usually use Duracell with all my battery. I usually use Duracell for all my stuff. Anything that requires batteries, but I mean, it still goes like a bat out of hell. And then to put it back on, you have to put the little unjamming. in the forward position. And then just like so. And then those go back. I mean, the more you actually kind of do it, like this is about my second, maybe third time doing it. But the more you do it, the more it will actually break in. The first time I actually did it, it took me about an hour just to take it apart. I'm not sure if that's in right, but alright. Nope, not even in right. Look at that. I've owned a rotor ever since I even started just playing speedball, and I still don't even know how to do this. So I'll put all that back in. And then the tray is a little bit difficult. So it is actually pretty easy to clean. I mean, if I actually took this apart quite a few times, then it would actually be no problem. But then you just have to snap it in. There we go. So it just fits right into the grooves. If you ever tear apart R2, you'll actually see it. Don't tell me I didn't even put that in right. Apparently not. I should not be doing this review yet. Then again, it's actually I'm actually very tired right now, so. There we go. So the bunnies are actually doing great. They're just in a little box right next to me. All 6 of them are still alive, so that's actually a good sign. Okay, so now for the top shell. Top shell is a little bit more difficult than anything else. I kind of have to squeeze here on the green just to fit it in, so there's more, like almost like a trench, like grooves there. Yeah, so you gotta kind of have to squeeze it, but right when you actually learn the R2 a little bit more, now it's in this extended position. Right when you actually learn the R2 a little bit more, then it'll actually be a little bit easier. There you go. It's in. So, extend. Now, when I was actually playing with it on the field, I was using it at PRZ all day. I did not have one jam. And right in the middle of the field, I randomly just took out the extended and then just started using it, and it was actually fairly easy to do it right on the fly. So, the only things I would actually change about it so far is just the disassembly. They actually did a really good job on it so far. I can't really say what I would actually do different, but if there was an actual easier way to do it, then that'd be great. I like how they actually gave you the option on the light and the restart. However, when you actually turn off the restart, you still get the flashing light, so that's actually a really nice feature. In conclusion, I'd actually have to say, I'd say a 9 out of 10. I mean, it's still pretty light. You know what? Let's weigh it right now. Let's weigh that. My R2 and my epilepsy rotor that I got done. So there is the lid. It does have batteries. It still works. So let's turn this on. Okay, so that is in pounds. Okay, Okay, so that's 1.38 pounds. Oh, now it's going down for some reason. Okay, so 1.36 pounds. Side. Oh, hang on. For some reason I wanted to... Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, so 1.38 pounds. 1.38, and then this one, of course, works. And that one is lighter, 1.28 pounds. So you can extend it. It is like a little bit lighter. I just dropped something. It does come in very nice colors. It still feeds the exact same rate. You can still adjust the attention, making it a little bit more gentle on paint, a little bit rougher on paint, feed faster. Really, you should not have to adjust it at all. The speed is actually fantastic. It looks fantastic. It feels absolutely fantastic. It feels different from the original rotor. I'm loving the carbon with the green. I mean, the carbon with the green is just my absolute favorite. It matches my M2 perfectly. It matches my G6R and my Reptiles, so I'm loving it. So yeah, 9 out of 10. It is actually really light, and it can actually hold more. Instead of wasting that extra, I don't know, say 20 bucks on, or no, I think it's like 30 bucks now. 30 bucks for the extender on the original R2. Well, you can actually get that slim look to it, even though this one's a little bit fatter. You can get that still slim, low profile look, and anytime you're ready to extend it, you can wham, extend it. So yeah, they actually, I didn't think they can actually improve the rotor, but they actually improved the freaking rotor. Now the only thing that they're missing on this thing is a OLED screen. I don't know how they'd ever do that. Maybe put it right where the press button is, but they don't need that. We don't need that kind of technology. So thank you guys very much for watching. Maybe in a few days I'll have a feeding video. I'll just keep on feeding paint right through it, right to the point where it jams, and I'll actually keep count on how many pods that takes. The paint I have right now is not perfectly round, so hopefully that will actually be an interesting test. So thank you guys very much for watching. This is the Dye R2. I think it goes for $250. I'm not sponsored, so I actually had to pay for this with my own money. I did it kind of for myself and yet for you guys, just so you guys can see on how it performs and what I think about it. Fantastic rotor, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think that the Dye could make a better rotor, but they actually did. So once again, thank you guys very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, just like if you really want to, and tell me what your thoughts and experiences are with the rotor and the Rotor R2 as well. And I also like to see on what color you guys would actually get in the R2. Be very interesting to see what options people actually like, such as the Backwoods Hunter, which is like the camo with the orange. That actually looks really cool. But my favorite was the carbon and green. Once again, thank you guys very much for watching.